Hey, stuffers. If the Illuminati had a frat house, it looked like this wooded wonderland of weirdness. Alex here, and welcome back to Stuff with Alex. Alright, stuffers, buckle up, because right off the bat, imagine this. In the heart of California's redwoods, every July, some of the world's most powerful men, presidents, CEOs, Hollywood stars, gather for a 2-week bash where they burn a giant effigy in front of a 40-foot stone owl, chanting about banishing their cares. And get this, Richard Nixon himself called it the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine. Yeah, the same Nixon who was president. We're talking secret rituals, alleged world domination plots, and enough conspiracy fuel to power 1,000 Alex Jones rants. If that doesn't scream, what the hell is going on here? I don't know what does. But is it a harmless boys club or the epicenter of global evil? Let's dive in, because once you know, you can't unknow.
The owl is in his leafy temple. May all within the grove be reverenced before him.
Okay, stuffers, let's start at the beginning, because every good conspiracy needs a solid backstory. Like how Star Wars had that whole "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away" thing. But this is way closer to home and a lot less laser sorty. The Bohemian Grove isn't some ancient Mayan ruin. It's a 2,700-acre campground in Monte Rio, California, owned by the Bohemian Club, which kicked off in 1872 in San Francisco. Picture this, a bunch of artsy types, journalists, writers, musicians, getting together to escape the grind, booze it up, and pretend they're living that bohemian life, like a 19th century version of Burning Man, but with fewer glow sticks and more mustaches. Fast forward to 1878, and they're hosting their first encampment in the Redwoods. By 1899, they've bought the land outright from a logger named Melvin Cyrus Meeker. Ironic, right? Turning a logging site into an elite hideaway. Over the years, it morphs from artist hangout to power broker paradise. We're talking annual 2-week retreats in July with about 2,500 guys camping in fancy camps like Mandalay or Lost Angels. No women allowed full-time. Guests can visit daytime, but gotta bounce by nightfall. It's like the ultimate man cave, but on steroids. And me? If I tried to crash this party in my gorilla mask, they'd probably think I was part of the entertainment. Hey, looks like the missing link from the evolution debate. Self-deprecating aside, this place has hosted everything from poetry readings to, well, we'll get to the weirder stuff. But why the secrecy? Club rules. What happens in the Grove stays in the Grove, enforced by a patron saint, John of Nepomuk, who's all about keeping secrets. Statue of him with a finger to his lips? Creepy, but effective. But if it's just camping, why did a Supreme Court justice like Thomas keep showing up with his billionaire buddy? Hold that thought. Drop in the comments, what's the weirdest guys-only hangout you've ever heard of? And if you're loving this history lesson, hit that bell for more deep dives.
Now that we've got the origins down, let's tour the grounds, like we're on a virtual HGTV episode. But instead of dream homes, it's dream conspiracies. The Grove is dotted with over 100 rustic camps, each with quirky names like Silverado Squatters or Isle of Aves. Think log cabins meets luxury glamping. No roughing it for these elites. They've got chefs, bars, and even art galleries with original works from members. At the center, a man-made lake with that infamous 40-foot concrete owl statue built in 1929. It's the stage for lakeside talks where bigwigs give speeches on policy stuff. Supposedly no politics, but come on, when you've got presidents in the audience, it's hard to avoid. Fun fact, in 1942, right here, Ernest Lawrence, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and other brainiacs planned the Manhattan Project. Yeah, the atomic bomb started as a Grove brainstorm. Talk about explosive ideas, pun totally intended, stuffers. And the vibe? According to infiltrators, it's like a frat party for grown-ups. Boozing from breakfast, peeing on trees, looking at you, Philip Weiss's 1989 Spy magazine expose, and schmoozing that could make or break careers. Me, in my black tee and mask, I'd stick out like a sore thumb, or gorilla finger. Hey Alex, you here to lead the banana chant? But seriously, this setup screams exclusivity, and that's where the theories start bubbling. Stuffers, if imagining CEOs in the woods has you chuckling, share this video with a friend who's into elite secrets. Who's your dream Grove guest? Speaking of secrets, what if I told you the main event involves fire, robes, and a mock sacrifice? Yeah, we're going there next. All right, stuffers, this is where it gets juicy, like that plot twist in The Sixth Sense, but instead of seeing dead people, we're seeing elites play-acting pagan rites. The big kickoff? Every year, the Cremation of Care ceremony. Picture hooded figures in robes marching with torches to the lake, where they burn an effigy representing dull care, their worldly worries, in front of the giant owl. Chants, music, pyrotechnics. It's like a Broadway show meets a bonfire party. The club calls it a symbolic release, a tradition over 100 years old, with the owl symbolizing wisdom. But conspiracy folks, they see Moloch, the biblical child-sacrificing god. Enter Alex Jones in 2000. He sneaks in with a hidden camera, films it, and drops dark secrets inside Bohemian Grove, claiming it's straight-up satanic. John Ronson, who tagged along, called it an overgrown frat party. But Jones? Human sacrifice vibes all the way. Me? If I were there, I'd be the guy tripping over roots in my mask, yelling, "Is this the line for s'mores?" Sarcasm aside, it's odd. Powerful men role-playing like they're in a Dungeons & Dragons session. And Nixon's taped rant? He hated the San Francisco crowd vibe. These guys run the world, but can't resist a good effigy burn? Stuffers, smash that like if you're already confused by the owl worship. Comment, ritual or harmless fun? But who exactly is attending these fire shows? Presidents? Movie stars? Buckle up for the guest list. Time to name names, stuffers, like dropping Easter eggs in a Marvel movie. But these are real-life heavy hitters. The Groves rolled out the red carpet, or Redwood Path, for U.S. presidents. Herbert Hoover was old guard. Richard Nixon attended before calling it out. Ronald Reagan gave talks. Both Bushes were members. Even Theodore Roosevelt and Arnold Schwarzenegger popped in. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, regular with billionaire Harlan Crow, as ProPublica spilled in 2023. Politicos like Henry Kissinger, Newt Gingrich, George Shultz. It's a who's who of policymakers. And get this, Nixon's 1967 lakeside talk on foreign policy helped launch his presidency. Imagine Kissinger in a robe. Talk about a plot twist scarier than any horror flick. But it's not just U.S., international figures too. If I crashed, they'd mistake me for the entertainment. Dance, monkey boy! No thanks. This list screams influence, fueling theories of backroom deals. If this elite roster has you hooked, subscribe and turn on notifications for more uncovers. Politicians are wild, but wait till you hear about the Hollywood crowd lighting up the Grove. Switching gears to the glitz, stuffers, because what's an elite club without some star power? Think of it as the Oscars, but intense. Clint Eastwood, longtime attendee, even mentioned in a 2025 article tying his career to Grove lore. Charlton Heston, Bing Crosby, old school icons, musicians like Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead, Tennessee Ernie Ford, comedians, Milton Berle, Jerry Van Dyke, Victor Borge, all performed gratis because, hey, honor among elites. Writers like Jack London and Mark Twain were honorary members. Twain never visited, but his spirit fits the boho vibe. And modern? Rumors of Carlos Santana sightings, though often debunked. It's like the Avengers assembling, but instead of fighting Thanos, they're fighting boredom with booze and bonfires. Me, in my gorilla getup, I'd blend right in as the comic relief. Go ahead, make my day with a banana. But seriously, these celebs add glamour to the secrecy, making you wonder, what's the draw for A-listers? Comment your wildest celeb conspiracy tie-in, like if Eastwood in the Woods blows your mind. Glamour's fun, but the dark side? Infiltrations and wild theories incoming. Now for the thrill ride stuffers. Like Ocean's 11, but with journalists instead of crooks. First up, 1980. Rick Clogger poses as a worker, spills in Mother Jones. 1989. Philip Weiss sneaks in as a guest, writes for Spy about the boozy, tree-peeing chaos, gets arrested. 2000. Alex Jones' big score, films the ceremony, calls it satanic. 2002, Richard McCaslin, a.k.a. Phantom Patriot, storms in armed, sets fires, lands in jail. Protests outside? Constant. From 9/11 truthers to labor suits in 2023-2024 over wage theft. One worker described it as elites engaging in behavior that doesn't fly elsewhere. These infiltrators are braver than me. I'd get caught ordering takeout. Pizza for the owl god? This fuels the fire. If it's innocent, why the armed guards and lawsuits? Share if you've got an infiltration story. What's your take? Brave or reckless? But what if these rituals hide bigger plots? World control theories next. Strap in for the tinfoil hat section, stuffers, because if conspiracies were a buffet, Bohemian Grove is the all-you-can-eat special. Top theory? It's a hub for the New World Order, where elites plot global domination. Alex Jones claims the Manhattan Project proves it. Bombs to banks, all decided in the woods. Satanism? The owl as Moloch, effigy as sacrifice. Some even whisper child rituals, though zero evidence. Others? Prostitution rumors, a nearby whorehouse, policy scheming despite no business rules. Podcast eps call it Pagan Human Sacrifice Central. It's like every bad guy lair in James Bond, but with better catering. I'd theorize it's just bad karaoke, but who knows? Reality check? Infiltrators like Ronson say it's immature fun, but the secrecy breeds suspicion. Biblical nod? Hiding in shadows never ends well. Drop your wildest theory in the comments. NWO or nah? Wrapping the deep dive, stuffers. Recent lawsuits 2023 to 2024 over wage theft, Sonoma County ditching security in 2019 shows cracks in the facade. Is it evolving? Still male-dominated, elite-only. Podcasts, docs, even ex-posts ranting about Nixon's tapes. But ultimately, it's a mirror to power, how the 1% networks away from prying eyes. If I ran a club, it'd be Gorilla Grove, bananas mandatory. All right, stuffers, we've trekked through the redwoods of secrecy, from origins to owl burns, presidents to plot theories. As a Christian, this whole thing makes me pause and reflect on the human heart, the pull toward hidden places, the allure of power unchecked. We all have our groves, spots where we hide from the world, banish our cares in ways that might not hold up to the light. But true freedom, it comes from stepping out, seeking wisdom not in shadows, but in openness. The Bible puts it beautifully in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. No preachy vibes, just a reminder. Chase truth, question power, and let justice guide. Maybe the real conspiracy is how divided we stay while they camp together. Okay, thanks for watching. Peace out. Goodbye, guys.